So my name's Brenda. I'm a C5 Complete Quadriplegic. I got injured June 30th, 2016, so it's been officially 2 years. And throughout my 2 years, I've been staying in Maryland with my parents and my younger brother. When I first got injured, I was 21 years old. Very happy, very thankful. I was at the prime of my life. I had just gotten the career that I've always wanted, from going from civilian to being a sailor in the United States Navy. I was a pretty happy person. It all changed one day when I was at work in the ship, and there was an elevator shaft right in the middle of the deck. But it had no borders around it. It was just like a platform lift. It just went all the way down and came back up. I just remembered I loaded some packages onto the platform lift, turned around, but next thing I know is I felt myself trip and my heart instantly just dropped, and I was hoping that the platform wasn't all the way down. But even though in the back of my mind I knew it must have been all the way down at the very bottom of the ship. So I fell 40 feet and I landed in just pure metal. The first few months, even the first year, honestly, I was very shy. I wanted to hide myself and not come out of my shell. I didn't want people to know anything about me and the injury. And I noticed that I'm never going to physically recover if I keep doing that. So I decided to pick up a camera and just start recording me and how I genuinely am. I noticed that it made me feel more happy, more proud of who I am, despite my injury. Because I noticed a lot of people ask me many different things. How do you do this? How do you do that? And instead of hiding it, I just decided to be proud of it, of how much I accomplished. Spreading awareness is my number one thing, because I know I wouldn't have known any of that if I didn't go through it. I learned to adjust to my new routine with my bowel program, my bladder program. When I was doing occupational therapy as active duty, that's when I got my adaptive makeup devices, which took me time to get the hang of it. And then I started going to the gym. There's an adaptive gym that I go to. I make sure to go at least once a week. There, they have pushed me a lot, which has helped me so much. I've never felt this strong before since my injury has happened. There's other people with spinal cord injuries there, along with people who have other conditions. But the trainers, they understand my level of injury pretty well. And I feel like I've actually gone like a real workout, like the way I would prior to my injury. I still have another surgery on my arm, and once I get that out the way, I plan on going to school online. Maybe some freelancing, maybe, but I have to look more into specifically what I want to do. I also bought a house. I haven't moved in yet, so I still have to figure out ways I can be living independently. Well, when I first got injured, the first 3 months, yes, I wanted to focus on walking again, to just hurry up and get up and start walking so I could go right back to working my 12-hour shifts. That's what I wanted to. I'm gonna keep on praying till it happens. But then I realized, no, the miracle has already happened. I'm here. I'm well. I'm alive. I'm strong. I think my bucket list has changed because before I was just mostly focused on accomplishing what society expects out of me, staying young and pretty, going to the gym, getting married by a certain age. But now my whole bucket list is based more on morals rather than just beauty or social expectations. So I'm definitely less materialistic. I'm just more open-minded, and I think I'm more caring than how I used to be. And I want to definitely make the best out of life. So my bucket list has definitely expanded because I also met people who had spinal cord injuries and were amputees. I met people who had spinal cord injuries, who had diabetes and cancer. So for me to complain about just not being able to walk anymore, that wouldn't be fair. It really wouldn't be. I just have to be thankful for what I do have. Overall, that really enlightened me. That made me very fulfilled with life. It made me happy. There's so much more out there that you can do that can involve your heart and your mind, not just your physical capability. So I want to keep on expanding my mind to that. If you are a brand new injured person, just newly injured, I would like you to know that life gets better than how it is right now. Even though you might be having some issues, you can get through it, but it really takes time in order for you to figure out what works best for you. I've had times where I wanted to just completely give up on life and everything, but then I noticed it all takes plenty of time, lots of maneuvering and lots of adjusting to, but you will get there. Don't look at the chair as a bad thing. Think of it as a good tool for you to gain your independence. There's so many resources out there in order to help you, and technology is also getting better. People sometimes underestimate people with paralysis, but that's not true. You'll be amazed at how independent you can really be.